The Hague is the chic abode of the Dutch royal family, the city of international justice, but it is also the city of regular citizens. This is the city of ambassadors, government, and parliament. The Hague is also the city of international court cases that attract worldwide attention. Over 100 nationalities live side by side in The Hague. It is the world in a nutshell. Such versatility is echoed in a city's population and in what the city has to offer its residents, with innumerable restaurants serving flavors from around the world, with shops providing for customers that demand only the best. When it comes to art and culture, the city also rates highly. The Gemeentemuseum showcases Mondriaan, the Mauritshuis, Rembrandt, and Vermeer. And the Netherlands Dance Theatre. Typical of The Hague is the Pasar Malam, a festival born from the city's strong Indonesian heritage, as are events like Park Pop, the largest free pop festival in Europe. All of these traditions go hand in hand with unbridled innovation. A city with excellent road and rail connections and 2 airports within easy reach. The Hague is for all of us, a city to be proud of, with everything that a large city has to offer, yet still remaining a safe and pleasant residential city, for those who live here by choice and for those who were born and bred here. But even beyond the city walls, The Hague is an entity. To the Dutch, The Hague is synonymous with government. Whether it concerns your pension, taxes, or your children's school, chances are the decision will ultimately be made in The Hague. The Hague is breathing in the sea air while sauntering along the busy boulevard. The Hague is a true green residential city by the sea, and the only city in the Netherlands where you can stroll from the beach through a wood to reach the city centre. Anything is possible. Why not live in style in a mansion or live around the city centre, in the romantic style of the late 19th century or in one of the new districts, such as Leidsenveen, Ypenburg or Wateringse Veld. You can also spend hours in The Hague crowd spotting from a terrace or taking a peaceful stroll along the dunes, or head for the sea from the small man-made harbour in Scheveningen. Here you can feel the breath of the sea, our neighbour you will come across wherever you go. Bask in the sun for hours next to the tide line while the children build sandcastles, or simply watch from a terrace or beach cafe as the sun sinks into the ocean. The municipality of The Hague considers it important that everyone feels at home here, which is why we are constantly working towards creating opportunities to make the city even better than it already is, with an eye for nature, culture and architecture, and with the emphasis on solid, advanced and varied education. The same applies to sports, with a varied and ample selection available to everyone, from skating to kitesurfing, from soccer and hockey to races in green parks and walks across spacious city squares. A good city is caring. It devotes attention and care to everyone that needs it and is entitled to it. The Hague is also home to the government, the heart of Dutch democracy. It is here that the towers of The Hague, both old and new, are reflected in the waters of the Hofvijver. It is here that you will find the Ridderzaal, where the Queen reads her speech at the opening of Parliament. A bit further on, the smaller yet robust little tower where the Prime Minister has his office. Within the radius of a few kilometers, many critical decisions are made. Here we find the various ministries, embassies, consulates, non-governmental organizations, lobbyists, and the media. The Hague is cosmopolitan and prestigious, the home base of almost every international organization in the field of peace and administration of justice. It all started when the Permanent Court of Justice was established a century ago, an impressive institute that attracted prominent organizations in the field of peace and justice, the International Court of Justice and the Permanent Court of Arbitration, both based in the Peace Palace. the headquarters of Europol and Eurojust. The Organization for the Prohibition of Chemical Weapons and the War Crimes Tribunal for the former Yugoslavia. The city emanates an allure that is visible all round, in its spacious layout, in its stately buildings, and in its modern architecture, which makes The Hague a convenient and, more importantly, a strategic location for entrepreneurs. Renowned enterprises such as Royal Dutch Shell, Siemens, and insurers Aegon have all chosen The Hague for their head offices, which has not failed to affect the city's economy. The Hague naturally has a host of international schools. The Hague occupies a unique position when it comes to justice, politics, and diplomatic services. Its success in this field forms the bedrock for its strategy of the future. City policy is geared towards providing high standards of housing and facilities to reputable organizations and companies that have knowledge and service as their main products. With its daring architecture and extensive facilities, The Hague accommodates all organizations, groups and institutions wanting to feel at home in Europe fast and trouble-free. It is not surprising that more than 150 multinationals have opted for The Hague as home base. But above all, The Hague is a city that grows on you, a compact city with a heart of green, a city to come home to. A city where, in the good old Dutch tradition of talk and consultation, contacts are always easily established. The Hague, that's all of us.